Thank you so much, Minister, for speaking to us this Christmas Eve. Just give me your initial reaction to winning this case. I mean, I can imagine a 10-year-old case, how much money has been spent on lawyers.
Yes, Marcel, I'm quite ecstatic. My biggest worry is not really much about the money spent on lawyers. It's about the damage you experience from the Auditor General, because as long as this contingent liability remains on your books, every year the Auditor General reflects it and gives you a negative audit on the basis that it is not clear whether you are liable to pay that money or not. So you can imagine for 10 years, the Department of Home Affairs every year being audited negatively because there is this amount of money on their books. SIS issued the statement when they litigated against us for a total of 630 million rand. Our contingent liability, being money claimed from the department via litigation, jumped to 2.1 billion, and that is what was worrying the Auditor General. Now we have subtracted this 630, meaning we have reduced the contingent liability by 30%, and we are going to be chasing all the other companies that are litigating against the department.
Absolutely, and of course this was dismissed with cost, and this also comes as a positive because it means these companies should be paying the money back to government that that government used to have its lawyers. Am I correct?
Yes, no, it was dismissed with cost, which means we are going to chase the money right from 2010. It must be paid back to the state, and for that one, we're not really going to pull back. Because our argument, Marcel, is that, look, these companies never saw themselves offering any service whatsoever to the state. But they are claiming money on the basis that they were promised a tender. When government issue tenders, a tender is not an order. You are only owed money if an order was made to you and you deliver the goods. No goods were delivered, no services. New Dawn Technologies argued that they've bought equipment. We've been requesting that they must open their warehouses for us to see that equipment, to see what it is. What is that which they've bought for this tender? And buying it even without signing a contract, without having a service level agreement. Even that equipment was not shown to us. There was nothing that was ever produced in front of government to say, here's the equipment we have bought. So we believe this was malicious, just wishing to enrich oneself via the state, via public money. And we don't think this is all. We don't think it must be allowed.
Definitely. And Minister, I believe this is not where you're going to end it. In fact, you've said that you're going to approach National Treasury to have these two companies blacklisted. But of course, this is a lesson also to other companies who, want to take the same route.
Yes, definitely. I am going to write National Treasury because I strongly feel that this type of behavior should be discouraged. And I can tell you, Marcel, I was in health, as you know, for 10 years. Some of the litigation is on the basis that the state legal services in government is usually fast asleep. I'm saying so, having worked in government for so long, because there are times at which a matter is in court. You are a minister or an MEC, right from my days as an MEC. The next time you wake up, you are being litigated about in court. Your legal services has never told you anything. They've never returned papers to the court. They've not even looked for a senior counsel to defend you. And so they know that because of those weaknesses, people usually get money they don't deserve. And I think that's what they were running into. No, they are not aware that now the legal service in Home Affairs, I've opened my eyes wide. In fact, I put the unit under direct control of the DG of the department, no longer under the head of legal services, because so many things were slipping through there in immigration, in civic matters, and in these contracts. And companies were just used to getting free money. And I think these ones were well aware that they never provided any service, but they thought they are going to get free money because somebody is going to go asleep. And I think they are now regretting that they found us wide awake.
And Minister, just as I still have you online, I just wanted to ask for some clarity. There's some confusion with the Zim permits and the reversal of that decision by Cabinet. Can you just give us some clarity there in terms of the Zim permits here in South Africa?
Nothing was reversed by anybody, Masero. What happened is that a decision was taken by me as the Minister of Home Affairs. Because of the nature of these permits, I obviously have to seek approval from Cabinet or support from Cabinet about this decision which Home Affairs have to take. The Cabinet did so and announced it in a post-Cabinet meeting. Subsequent to that, officials in Home Affairs issued a circular seeking to clarify what the Cabinet decision means. And that clarification was causing more confusion. And I instructed that it be withdrawn. So that we remain with the original decision and we don't have any circular purporting to try and explain it, because the decision was explanatory, very clear that we are no longer renewing the Zimbabwean permits, but we are giving them a 12-month grace period during which they must apply for other permits which are appropriate to their status at that particular time. And we think that is straightforward. Any other institution, like the banks, that want clarity, they must approach us and say, can you clarify this matter? I'm saying so myself because, look, people say they've opened bank accounts. They opened them on the strength of the initial special permit that was given. If any bank has got a doubt about the status of that special permit on the basis of which they open somebody's bank account, they have got all the right to approach us and say, please clarify this matter, and we will gladly do so.
All right, just my last one, Minister. I'm assuming that, because we haven't been sent as journalists to any of the borders to Zimbabwe or even Libombo, for instance, that all the interventions by your department are working at the moment at those borders.
You will be aware, Sarah, that in this case, this year, unlike the other years, we've got a commissioner of Border Management Authority with 2 deputy commissioners in place. They've been appointed. And let me just emphasize, the Commissioner of Border Management Authority is not the commissioner is not a small position. It's equivalent to the Commissioner of Police in South Africa. But their job is just to work on the borders. And over the past 2 days, the commissioner has been to many TV and radio stations, I suspect including yours, to outline the plans and the program they are carrying on the borders as a Border Management Authority. I'm only due to visit the borders on the 2nd of January.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Minister, for your time.